Hey, NASDOG, where you get the best dope on the markets? Dope is information. I am Alan Palmer, your human, old, independent floor trader, local. And what are we looking at here? It's October 22nd. It is the 22nd today, isn't it? 21st, I'm sorry. Tuesday, 21st. Okay, so what are we looking at? Gold here. This is a plain Jane chart. Okay. So we just look at this. We will get one down day here, and then we were just running new highs. I mean, it was just here one day where we close under where we open. Okay, and here we had this is called a key reversal. You traded an all-time high, close under the previous day's low, and this was yesterday. We were up like 4%. What is it? 42.13. 43, 59, 13 is 46. So 4 times 4 is 100 and 4 times 4 is 160. Okay, so that was up 4%. And then today this thing just snowballed here. Okay, and we're down $230 on the day right now. $30 off the low ish. Okay, we're just going to approximate here. We'll run through these charts. So silver, let's just pump. Before I go to my charts, okay, these will be here. This would have been a key reversal here also, okay? And, okay, so if it's red, that means we opened lower and closed higher, okay? Here, you can see it's tiny red, so we opened here and then closed just a hair under, but in the meantime, we had this big, huge range this day. 52 half to 48 in the goats. Okay, so that's 9. It's what was it? 350, 375. So almost a $4 rally. Well, anyway, here today, look at this net change. See on the screen there, down 350. We're down 350 right now, and we are 80 cents off the low. Okay, so we were down really steep, man. We were down almost $4.50. And we held here, as a matter of fact, here, if you're going to draw a little simple trend line, okay, so that's probably important, to that crew. At these points, the crowd is trading momentum, okay, and the volatility here, easy come, easy go. So let's look at this would be my silver chart, okay, and this wasn't. That's a short-term chart here. This is a 12-minute chart here, but here you can see here we go 12 minutes from 50 half down to 48.10. Okay, $2.50 break. And all right, this is another chart in gold, just a clean chart in gold. See the diamonds? Okay, we could come all the way back down here, and this thing could still be in a bull pattern here. Anyway, we're $300 off the highs. Just okay, and that's in gold. Okay, this is a weekly. You can see some sevens, 7, 7. Man, so you got 901, you got 1101. Holy camole, what's a daily look like? Okay, there's nothing on a daily. Okay, no patterns. Okay, let's look at silver. Just same kind of thing. Daily. We're looking for those indicators. Here's 2 7s. Okay. And monthly, no, because silver kind of really took off here. And as a matter of fact, look at us. 28.50. When was this? This was in April this year. 28.50. What was this? This was the 27 print? Yeah, 27. And this, hang on a second here. 27, this one right here. Okay, here. Let me show you this. This is why you want to have a standing bid. Hang on. Okay, see this? This is the year's high. Okay, and then right here. What was this high? 33.50 down to $27. Okay. Look at that. You're filled, motherfucker. $26.92. You bought 20 Comex. 20 times 5,000 ounces. You know, anyway, that was fun. And listen, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Here you go again. 36 half down to 28 half. $6 break, you know. And look at this in 1 month. Okay, so here's where we are. We can come back. I don't know what we're going to have. Okay, so let's look at this silver chart, okay? So these had to be revised here, okay, you know, because we made a new high 2 days ago. Okay, so these would be, these are a couple olives here, 47.16, 46.75. Got something down below there, you know, just in case you get dicier here. This is one of these light greens, 45.71-ish, okay? So you can see there's two things, because that's not the same green. You see a green one there, and you see something else over here, so it must be another low. Okay, and then these would be some numbers lower than that. 44.37. That data goes back far, okay, and I pay for that data. Premium every month, okay? So if you want something like that, you need to know what it is. That's definitely worth $100 or a little bit less. Okay, so just to give you a little of my thinking here, you know, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else, you know, big says it, is, do you think that this gold sell-off might have been China selling some of their gold? You know, they do have a bit, I think they have a problem over there, but I don't know, okay? I do not look at that. I would look at it from a kind of like a deep macro, you know, kind of like, for example, and I'm not like him, but a Paul Tudor Jones, where you see that, or like Rickards, that guy Rickards, where you see how revolutions take place, okay? And they had, you know, their people are getting hungry. The real estate's going bad. Trump is putting the screws to him with these tariffs, okay? He's coming to town, and now all of a sudden he's killing his military leaders, you know? 9 of them disappear, i.e., translation, you die, okay? So, you know, so those would be possible, some of the thoughts here, some of the thoughts. Maybe somebody got a margin call, maybe. Let's just take a peek at copper here. Okay, nothing really to say here, you know, nothing really to say, down less than 2%. This is the dollar, up 30 ticks. This is the dollar. There's a little bit about what the dollar is, okay? A little bit bigger of a picture here. Let's put up a weekly here, because these contracts, you know, they're, okay, so that's a weekly, you know. So we're back to 2022 levels. This here, before this is what it looked like here, 2018. Okay, so actually, see, this would be something I map out over there, 103.56. So when we go back here, and don't ask me why I did this here. Don't ask me why I did this here. That might not be, it's kind of interesting. So, you know, I don't know why I did it looking at that. Look at this, that thing plays. We're talking about this brown hash line here. Okay, oh, look at that, look at that. And now we're under, look at that, here, where's over here too. Okay, so that would be, so if I'm selling you on my expertise, a trader eye that I talk about, you know, that would be, this is one of those long-term trend lines. In any event, oh yeah, where was that other horizontal one? What was it, a 103? Oh, here, this one right here. See, this one doesn't really look like it played, you know. It's just a line, you know, just a line. So that's the dollar. Okay, we're not going to go into grains here, but this is cotton here. I'm just saying here we got back over this 64.24. Okay, we got back over this old low here. Oh, this is a monthly too. Okay, this is a monthly. What was this? Summer? April. Okay, this is copper. Actually, let's look at silver on a percent bar. Okay, so yeah, 78%. So now we're up 58% on the year. Okay, here's the S&Ps. Okay, we're back up to about this 11%, 11, 12%. And let's go back and let's do gold. 40%. What is that? 42%? Is that 42%? 41, 44, or the 41, punk? 41.58, 41.35, 41.40. Okay, so now gold is up 33%. Okay, here's one of those blue trend lines. Don't ask me. I think we just put it up there right now. Sometimes CQG's, it's a professional machine, you know, it's a professional machine. What is this, the NAS? Oh, look at that. Look at that. 16% here. Okay. There's 12%. That's the NASDAQ 100. Okay. Oh, okay. This is a new one here. Okay, we're rolling into March. Okay. This is coffee. Okay. I know I'm jumping around from the metals, but yeah, I better write that down when I do a title. So it'll be metals and softs. These are soft commodities, okay? So coffee. So this is what coffee looked like, okay? This was an olive in the Dees coffee, and then we came down. Oh, and this was the green. Remember that? And then, see, this is why you have different, this is why all these months trade a little different. See, one's a different part of the harvest than the other one is. So one will be pressured more, you know, whatever it might be. I'm just throwing those things out there, possible thoughts. That's why you have to do every single month. Okay, well, I'm not going to do every, okay, all right, I will. Pay me to do it, okay? This, you know, so, anyway, look at this. You know, this is like hogs we did a few years ago when they went up to whatever it was, 120 or 128, you know, right into expiration. But anyway, okay, so here we get the break. You can see us dicking around there. You got the powder blues and, you know, just some kind of line. And then, oh, here you go. Here you go. 7, one round of buying. 7, another round of buying. Now you go sideways here a little bit, and then all of a sudden, okay, and then all of a sudden you start in here. You go 7, 8, okay, and then you get a break, and then you clean everybody out. You know, it's a fucking commodity. it's a soft commodity. That's why anything goes. That's why I say use stops. Okay, but anyway, so this is the March. So we did not. So this hit in Dees. We hit this olive line, the thick one. Okay, and then we broke down to the green and held perfectly. Okay, so this is all different right now. So here, right now, we've been wrestling around by this green. Okay, and here now we are moving up. I would think that we're going to continue up here. And either possibly, you know, if this is going to be a top, this is an area in here. Okay, right now you got the orange. That's a money manager special, but it's a second time. Okay, so that's coffee. And I think we're going to stop this. So if you need anything, email me, arp@nasdog.com. Or go over there and take a package. I'd still email me, so, you know, you say, for example, you're trading metals. I just got a call from somebody right now. Okay? And, you know, the way it works is you set up an ACH, and then, you know, you don't trade for a while or something like that. You ACH money in, you're ready to rock and roll. All right, have a nice day. Always use a risk stop to stop the risk. Let's be careful out there. We have some spoiled children that are now getting violent. It seems like Soros is giving $6,000 rewards just to sign up to riot. We are in strange times. This is the 4th turning, folks. We leave you off on some trading noise. Have a nice day.